If you think you're not intelligent, listen carefully. You're not dumb. You're just reading wrongly. So today I will be taking you through some strategies that took me from just being a normal student to a first class student, from 50, 40 marks to 80, 75, and 90 marks as a student. One of the strategies that I used to become one of the brilliant students was learn how to learn. Whenever I say something like this, people always get confused. Learning how to learn is the first step to become a brilliant student. What do I mean by learning how to learn? Every human being has a way they learn, and until you find the way you understand things, you will never be a brilliant student. There are different types of learners. The auditory learners, these people they learn by listening. When you speak, when someone speaks, when a lecturer speaks, they easily understand it. And the visual learners are the people who learn by seeing things, pictures, read books, things that they see, they learn through that. And the reading and writing learners. These learners, they learn by reading and writing them. So when they enter in exams, they recall what they wrote on the previous day when they were learning. And the people who learn through practical examples, they learn faster when they involve themselves in the practical lessons. For me specifically, I learn through the auditory. So how do I turn this to become one of the brilliant students in my school? Since I knew I was an auditory learner, I started listening attentively when there's a lecturer going on. I do not send books to lectures for jotting of note or something like that. I just go with myself, listen carefully, pick the important points. Whenever I go back to sit, then I pick a book, write the things I can remember from the lesson by the lecturer. Things that I cannot remember, I pick a book or something to go through the things I cannot remember to add. So this is the first step to becoming a brilliant student or A student. The second strategy is translating what you have learned to your local dialect. Whenever I'm talking about this, people always find it difficult to understand what I meant. Whenever I read, I try to translate what I have read into my own local dialect for easily recall and understanding. I don't know how to explain, but try this strategy, it will help you. The second strategy that I use is to teaching. After learning, you would have to try to teach someone, either your sibling, a family member, or even yourself. Sometimes I read, after reading or after a lesson, I sit down, try to explain the lesson or what I have read to myself. I pick myself as a different person, explain it to myself better. Try to explain it if I get opportunity to teach someone about what I have learned, what I am going to say. I try to explain it to myself for better understanding. Yes, for better understanding. So, and again, if you get opportunity, you can even join groups who learn. One thing that group learning help auditory learner is that when you are in a group setting and then one person explains something, another person explains something, then you capture one, two, three from these people through auditory. Another reason why you are failing your exams is the number of hours you study. Many people believe that if you study 6 hours, 7 hours long, you are studying hard. It is not about studying hard, but studying smart. For me personally, I read at most 30 minutes. You need to break your number of hours study into bit by bit. When I read 30 minutes, I'll go a break of at least 20 minutes. And when I come back, I do not continue from where I stopped. I'll go back where I started. And that point, I do not just read, I try to understand what I've read. The first reading, I just read. And then the second coming, I try to understand what I have read. Doing this gives you opportunity to understand what you have read, not just actively collecting the information, but trying to process the information to the real life situations. And whenever you have been asked, you can easily recall. So this is one of the strategies I have used to become one of the most brilliant students in my school. I believe this is a lot for you to understand. If you really enjoy this video, give me a subscribe and then a like and a comment. Your problems, I will try to explain them better to you. You are not dumb, you are just studying wrongly. Thank you for watching.